The clock tickled past midnight, and the soft glow of the lamp in the living room cast a shadow on the wall. The sat Kal on the sofa, his phone in his hand, staring at the empty screen. He had sent Jungkook a message hour ago. Are you coming home from dinner? But the reply never came. The food had cooked was still cold on the dining table. The sound of the front door unlocking finally broke the silence. They hung softly, almost to himself. Finally. Jungkook walking in, losing his tie. Hey, are you still awake? You should we sleep. Taehung looking up, forcing a smile. How could I? I was waiting for you. Did you eat? Jungkook sighed, throwing his jacket on the couch. Yeah, Minjung and I grabbed dinner after the meeting. We had a lot to discuss about the new project. The mention of her name made Taehyung chest tighten. Jungkook said it so casually as if Minjung was just a harmless college, but to Taehyung she was becoming a shadow in their marriage. Taehyung was quiet but tingled with hurt. I see. So I cooked for nothing then. Jungkook not noticing the tone, distracted as he cracked his phone. Taehyung's eyes softened with sadness. The distance between them was not only in minutes or hours, it was in the way Jungkook no longer noticed the small cracks forming in their love. The next morning, sunlight filled the kitchen. Taehyung was preparing breakfast while Jungkook rushed around fixing his tie. Already on a call, Jungkook into the phone, distracted. Oh, yeah, Minjung, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't worry, we'll finalize the deal today. Taehyung placing a plate on the table. Breakfast is ready. Jungkook covering the phone, giving a quick smile. Oh, sorry, Tae. I don't have time. Taehyung stood there staring at the untouched food. A wave of frustration mixed with longing rose inside him. It wasn't about the breakfast, it was about being individual in his own marriage. Later that day, Taehyung was touching a group of young trans in his studio. His voice was encouraging, his movement graceful, but his heart wasn't in it. Every time he saw a couple in his chest practicing, he thought how cold Jungkook's touch had become. Student concerned, teacher, are you okay? You seems a little off today. Taehyung forcing a smile. I'm fine. Let's continue. He was not fine. He was jealous. Thought he hated admitted it. Jealous of the time Jungkook gave to Minjung. Jealous of the easy smile he shared with her, the ones Taehyung used to receive. That night, Jungkook came home later than usual. He looked tired but satisfied with his work. Taehyung, however, sat on the bed with crossed arms, waiting. Taehyung coldly, "Oh, long day with Minji again." Jungkook raised an eyebrow. "Tae, don't start, please. You know, she's just my partner at the company. We are working on something important." Taehyung, his voice rising. "Important? And what about me, Jungkook? Am I not important anymore?" Jungkook frozen. He was not used to hearing Taehyung raise his voice. Usually, Taehyung was gentle, patient, and understanding. But tonight his pen slipped through the cracks. Jungkook defensive. "Of course you are. Don't be ridiculous. Why are you acting like this?" Taehyung eyes filling up but holding back tears. Because I miss you. You came home late. You eat with her. You laugh with her. But when it's me, you didn't even notice if I am here or not." The silence that followed very heavy. Jungkook opened his mouth, but no words came. For the first time, he realized Taehyung was not just being sensitive, he was hurting. Jungkook softening his tone, sitting beside him. "Tae, I don't know you felt that way. I'm sorry." Taehyung looking away, whispering, "Sorry? Sorry doesn't change the way I feel. We built walls between us, Jungkook, and I don't know if I can reach you anymore." Jungkook reached out, placing a hand on Taehyung, but Taehyung pulled away. The cold distance between them was not just emotional now. It was that night. Taehyung turned his back to Jungkook in bed. Jungkook lay awake, staring at the ceiling, torn between his responsibilities as a CEO and his role as a husband. For the first time, he wondered if if he was losing something far more precious than his company. The morning sun into their bedroom, but warmth was the last thing in the air. Jungkook had already left his side of the bed cold. The faint scent of his cologne lingering. Taehyung stood by the balcony in silence, watching Jungkook's car disappear down the street. His heart ached, but his jaw was set. Taehyung whispering to himself, "If you can ignore me so easily, Jungkook, maybe I should learn to do that same." At the company, Jungkook walked into his office with Minjin trail behind, file in her hand. Minji is smiling. You didn't sleep well again, did you? I can tell from your eyes." Jungkook shrugging force on paperwork. Work kept me up. It's nothing. It wasn't work that kept him awake. It was the image of Taehyung's tearful eyes, the way he turned his back on him last night. But Jungkook, that guilt under. Meanwhile, at the dance studio, Taehyung student laughed and practicing, but his mind was somewhere else. He replayed Jungkook's words over and over. You didn't have to cook the. Don't wait for me. Taehyung clapping hands, forcing a smile. Good job, everyone. That's it for today. Student curious. Teacher, are not you going to dance with us today? We wanted to see your new choreography. Taehyung softly. Not today. Maybe next time. He no longer felt like dancing. His heart was too heavy. But as he walked back home, something inside him shifted. Uh, of anger mixed with jealousy. He wanted Jungkook to feel the emptiness he was feeling. That evening, Jungkook returned home. This time, Taehyung didn't wait up for him. The light in the living room were dim, and Taehyung was already curled up in bed, pretending to be asleep. Jungkook entering quietly, whispering, Tae, are you awake? Taehyung keeping his eyes shut, breathing slow. Jungkook sighed, rubbing a hand at his ear. He leaned down and pressed a soft to Taehyung's hair, but Taehyung didn't stare. It was the first time Jungkook felt like he was the outsider in his own marriage. The next day, Taehyung changed his routine. Instead of rushing home after class, he stayed out late with his student, laughing and chatting over dinner. By the time he returned, Jungkook was home, waiting. Jungkook standing in the doorway, surprised. Oh, you are late? Taehyung avoiding eye contact. I had dinner with kids. It was fun. Jungkook frowned slightly. Oh, you told me. I was waiting. Taehyung meeting his eyes for a moment was shocked. Now you know how it feels, right? The word hit Jungkook harder than he expected. He had no reply. For the first time, he realized Taehyung was not just hurt. He was fighting back. They turned into weeks, and their home turned colder. Jungkook grew more restless, noticing how Taehyung no longer sought his attention, and he was home. He barely looked at Jungkook. The tables had turned, and Jungkook hated it. Jungkook one night frustrated. T, can we talk? What's going on with you lately? Taehyung calm but distant. Nothing wrong. I'm just busy like you. Jungkook angry raised his voice. Don't throw, don't throw my words back at me. You are avoiding me and you know it. Taehyung finally snapping tears in his eyes. Oh, do you even hear yourself, Jungkook? You've been avoiding me for months. I beg for you, your time, your attention, but you You giving it all to your friend and your company, and now that I am doing the same, suddenly it bothers you. The truth stung. Jungkook opened his mouth, then shut it again. He couldn't deny it. Taehyung had been patient for too long, and now his patience had broken. Jungkook tried to catch out, grabbing Taehyung's waist. Jungkook pleading softly, "Taehyung, please, don't do this. Don't push me away." Taehyung pulling free, his voice trembling. "Ah, I'm not. I'm not pushing you away, Jungkook. I'm just giving you what you give me. Distance." Taehyung words left Jungkook speechless. That night, Jungkook couldn't sleep again. He lay awake, staring at the empty space between them in bed, wondering when love had turned into this silent war. At the company next morning, Minjun noticed Jungkook distracted states. Minju frowned. "Oh, you are not yourself today. Did something happen at home?" Jungkook hesitating, then sighed. "Oh, it's Taehyung. We've been fighting. He think I spend too much time here." Minjin softly with concern. "Maybe he's right, Jungkook. You've been pushing yourself too hard. He just miss you." Even Minjun could see it. Jungkook felt guilty twitched inside him. But the damage was already done. Taehyung was sleeping further away, and for the first time, Jungkook feared he might not come back. That evening, Jungkook came home early for once, hoping to surprise Taehyung. But Taehyung was not there. He waited, passing the living room, his anxiety growing with every passing hours. When Taehyung finally arrived, Jungkook couldn't hold it in. Jungkook angry, almost shouting, "Where were you? Do you know? Do you know how worried I was?" Taehyung calmly sitting down his bed. "Worried? You didn't seem to care when I waited every night for you. Why should I explain myself now?" Jungkook was breaking desperate. "Because you are mine, Taehyung. You are my husband, and I can't lose you." Taehyung eyes with unshed tears whispering. "Then start acting like it, Jungkook." The room went silent. Jungkook stood there, his chest heaving, his heart aching. Taehyung was cut deep. Not because they were cruel, but because they were true. He had been blind, and now he was watching the love of his life slip through his fingers. That night ended with Jungkook sitting alone in the living room, staring at the empty hallway that led to their bedroom. He felt like a stranger in his own house. His husband Only a few steps away, at Mill's part, when dawn broke, the first thing Jungkook did was raise hope. I can't let him slip further away. I have to fix this. But Taehyung had his own too. If Jungkook can't feel my pain, I'll make him. The morning was quiet, too quiet. Taehyung prepared coffee for himself but didn't pour one for Jungkook, something he always used to do. Jungkook noticed immediately. Jungkook softly, "No coffee for me?" Taehyung without looking up. "You can make your own. You always have time for everything else." The strain in Taehyung's voice was sharper than any silence. Jungkook clenched his jaw but didn't reply. He didn't want to start another fight, not when he was already on a round. Later that evening, Jungkook came home earlier than usual, only to find the apartment empty. He called Taehyung's twice, no answer. Hours later, the door opened and Taehyung walked in, laughing faintly on something on his phone. Jungkook, standing guard, immediately frustrated. "Ugh, where were you?" Taehyung slipping off his shoes out. Jungkook stepping closer, voice rising. "Out? That's all you have to say." "I was here waiting, worried." Taehyung cutting him off cold. "Do you remember how many times I waited for you, Jungkook? How many times I asked where you were and you brushed me off? Now you know how it feels." Jungkook heart clenched. This wasn't the gentle, affectionate Taehyung he knew. He was someone who had been pushed past his breaking point. Jungkook, pleading shouted, "They don't do this. Don't treat me like I don't matter." Taehyung teared but was steady. "You matter too much, Jungkook. You were everything, but you threw me aside, and now I'm just returning it the favor." Jungkook reached out, tried to hold him, but Taehyung stepped back. That rejection broke Jungkook inside. Jungkook was cracking, almost angry from the pain. "Stop it! Stop pushing me away! I can't take it anymore, Tae." Taehyung raised his voice for the first time, trembling. "And what about me, Jungkook? Did you ever think how much I could take? How it felt every time you chose Minju, the company, the meeting, over me?" The room shook with weight of their word. For a moment, neither spoke, only the sound of their breathing filled the silence. Jungkook's eyes softened as he stepped closer again, his voice breaking. Jungkook whispering, "I was stupid, blind. I thought I was doing it for us, for you, for our future. But in the progress, I hurt the one person I can't live without." Then closing his eyes, whispering back, "And now you know how it feels to be invisible in your own love story." Jungkook word hit Jungkook like his chest felt heavy, his throat tight. For the first time in years, he let his guard down completely. Jungkook falling on his knees in front of Taehoon, clutching his hands. I'm sorry, Tete. Punish me however you want, but don't, don't leave me. I can't lose you, please. Taehoon started pulling back slightly. Jungkook, desperate eyes, hit me, yelled at me, anything, but don't kill me. This cold silence. It's killing me, Tete. The revenge had worked. Jungkook was finally feeling the same emptiness he had carried for long, but seeing Jungkook break like this wasn't the satisfaction he thought it would be. It hurt just as much. The came down too, cupping Jungkook's face in his trembling hands. They hung softly, tears explaining, don't you know how many nights I cried, Jungkook? I felt like I was not enough for you anymore. I thought maybe Minjung had taken my place in your heart. Jungkook shaking his head, holding him tighter. Never, never there no one else. There will never be anyone else. It's only you, always you. For the first time in weeks, their eyes locked without anger, without distance, only raw visibility. Jungkook leaned in, a desperate trembling to Taehoon. Taehoon, for a second, he sprayed with his heart, but then melted into tears slipping down his cheeks. It was messy, full of pain, but also full of love. Taehoon pulling back slightly, whispering, "This doesn't fix everything, Jungkook. You hurt me too deeply." Jungkook nodded, cupping his face. "I know, and I'll spend every day proving that I won't hurt you again. Just give me the chance." They stay like that to each other as if letting go means losing everything. Taehoon's revenge had shaken Jungkook, but it had also broken his own heart. Slowly he realized that punishment Jungkook wasn't he wanted. What he wanted was Jungkook's love back. Later that night, they lay in bed facing each other for the first time in a week. Jungkook brushing Taehoon's hair back gently, his eyes soft. Jungkook softly, "I love you, Tete, more than this company, more than my own life. I was stupid for forgetting to show you that." Then whispering, "Then show me, don't just say it." Jungkook pulling him closer, wrapped him in his arms as if afraid that he might be vanished. His face in Jungkook fully allowing him to breathe. Later that morning, Jungkook surprised Taehoon by his seduce. He turned off his phone, left his laptop shut, and sat across the breakfast table watching Taehoon cook. For once, Jungkook was not rushed out the door. Taehoon rising and April surprised. "Don't you have a meeting with Minjun today?" Jungkook shaking his head. I cancel it. Then pushing you cancel? For what reason? Jungkook gazing at him with quiet intensity. For you, for us. I don't want another breakfast to go cold because of me. Taehyung's heart softened despite himself. It was such a small gesture, but it meant everything. They ate together in silence, but this time it was not happy or cold. It was calm and comfortable. Jungkook kept staring, glance memorized the way Taehyung curved when he sipped his coffee, the way his eyes softened when he looked out the window. He had missed this, the quiet beauty of just exciting together. After breakfast, Jungkook pulled Taehyung into the living room, holding both his hands tightly. Jungkook, Tae, I know I can't erase the past week, but I'll spend every day proving you are my first priority. No more ignoring, no more excuse. You are my husband, my love, my everything. Then looked at him, eyes wet. What's REG Jungkook? But you are saying what I really wanted to hear for so long. If you mean it, then show me. Don't make me feel invisible again. Jungkook pressing his forehead to Taehyung. A promise for today. It's us before anything else. Always. And Jungkook kept his promise. He started coming home early, sometimes bring flower, sometimes just bring himself with a smile that reached his eyes. He joined the dance class, sitting quietly at the bed just to watch him glow on stage. He held his hand more often, him good morning and good night without fail. And slowly Taehyung was began to crumble. One evening after class, Jungkook surprised Taehyung by waiting outside the studio. He had a picnic basket in his hand and his eyes wet. Taehyung laughing softly. What is this, Jungkook? Does you carry a picnic basket? Jungkook grinned. Even CEO need to spoil their husband. Come with me. They drove to Han River, the city light shining across the water. Jungkook laid out a blanket and packed a simple sandwich and fruit and sat close beside Taehyung. It was not fancy, but it was real. It was there. Taehyung teasing. This feels like our first date all over again. Jungkook smiled warmly. Then let's call it that. A new beginning. Taehyung leaning against him, his head resting on Jungkook's shoulders for the first time in what felt like no fight, no jealousy, just love. Whispering, I was so scared, Jungkook, scared I'll lose you to your work, scared I was not enough anymore. Jungkook turning the temple gently, you are more than enough. You are the reason I even work so hard. Without you, none of it matters. If I even make you feel small again, remind me of this moment, how much I need you. The sincerity in Jungkook's voice made Taehyung eyes dim. He turned curved Jungkook's face, him not desperate like before, but soft, full of forgiveness and love. Jungkook him back with equal made his hands glide around Jungkook's waist, pulling him closer for the first time in weeks. There was not about pain or punishment, it was about healing. Later that night, they lay together under the stars. Jungkook hung wrapped around Taehyung's their breathe slow and steady. Taehyung sleepily, you are my right? Jungkook smiled, his ear only yours. The cracks in their love had been deepened, but love had filled them stronger than before. The jealousy, the fights, the cold stains, all of it had led them here to a love that was tasted but not broken. They were no longer just husband and husband, they were two souls who had fought plain and together, and this time neither of them planned of letting go.